Very good evening to all my dear subscribers, my dear colleagues, and my dear students. Welcome back. And now we are going to learn today about how to schedule a meeting and how we can share it. And we will also see different controls that we can use to control our meeting, such as security reasons and many things we are going to learn today. So let us first begin with how to schedule a new meeting for future. So first of all, we will have to click on the schedule option that you can see on the top, that is written on the top. It is quietly mentioned over here. You can see schedule. Just click on the schedule option and you can just schedule the meeting. I'm just clicking on schedule, and here you can write as you wish. I'm writing over here grade 7, and I'm writing the name of the subject, computer science. Mention the date, 22nd January, tomorrow. Suppose I want to take my class at 10 a.m. I'm writing, and then I want to just have 40 minutes class over here, that is free of cost over here in Zoom. Setting it okay. Now you can see it is better, it is always better that you use this setting repeat. If you have to take class daily at the same time, then no need to schedule your meeting again and again. You can just set the thing over here every day, every week, every 2 weeks, every month, or every year. Means if you want to take the class every day, then you can click over here every day and the same link will work. Otherwise, put it at never option. And another thing is that quite important over here, use personal meeting ID. That is your personal meeting ID which never changes. So I would suggest to use this PMI, that is personal meeting ID, always, because the students can note it down that it is Mr. A, Mr. B personal meeting ID. Next one is what? Require meeting passcode. That is very compulsory over here, and you can change the passcode from here. You can see you can change the password from here. 1 2 3 4 I have written. You can delete and you can write. So I'm putting over here, clicking on that, I'm writing, erasing it, and I can mention is 2 3 4 5 like this, whatever you want to, you wish. Now the next option is what? Enable waiting room. By default you can see it is disabled over here. It is asking you to enable waiting room. What it will do for you, your participants, your students will be waiting in a waiting room, and until and unless you allow them to admit or enter in your class, they would not be able to enter inside your class. So it is also good over here that you keep this particular option off, because by default it should be that the students should wait for you and you should only allow authorized students in your class. So I'm also keeping it off. I'm not enabling, I am enabling waiting room over here. Okay, enable waiting room. By default it is, you can see it is disabled, means every student can join your class by default. But if you will enable it, what it means, that every student will be put in the waiting room, and then you will have to allow them. So I'm also putting it on so that the students will be there inside a waiting room, and I will admit them one by one, or I can admit them all at once also. That depends on me. Next is was host video on meeting options. Means as soon as you will start the meeting and you are host, then your video will be switched on. And suppose you don't want to switch your video on as soon as the meeting starts, then you can put it off also. So it depends upon you. I'm not going to suggest over here, so I'm putting it on over here. Participants video on, you want that participant video should also be on, then put it on. Now there are some advanced options also. Let us go through about the advanced option, what we can do over here. I'm clicking on advanced option. Now you can see few options are there. Allow join before host. That is the option over here, my dears, that students or your participants will join before your meeting starts, means you would not start the meeting, even then the participants will join the meeting, so that is not good, I think. We should not allow them to join before you start a meeting, so put it off. Again, request permission to unmute participants. Yes, I want that participants should first of all request, ask for permission for unmuting. So this is the option that also depends upon your caliber, your wish, if you want to put it on or put it off. By default, you can see it is off over here. Request permission to unmute participants. Now this is a very good option. The next one, automatically record meeting. That is automatically record meeting. It is there. Wait on. So if you are conducting your class with the help of computer, laptop or desktop, whatever, then you can always record your meeting. So you will have to just select this one, local computer. It is by default selected. If you want to record your meeting, then your meeting will start recording automatically if you switch on this option. Which option I'm talking about? I'm talking about this option. If you will put it on, then it will start recording automatically. It will not ask you that whether I want to record or not. It will just start recording. Okay, now let's add to calendar. That is also beautiful option. It will add your recording, add your class in your calendar, and it will just remind you that your meeting is now going to start. Before 5 minutes you will be messaged, you will be pumped up, you will get a prompt message. So now you will have to click on done option over here, you can see. So I'm clicking on done option now. Now what is it, if you want to send this invitation to your students via email or via Gmail, you can always do that. And if you want to send it in WhatsApp, then just click outside anywhere. Click here, you can see I'm telling you, click here or here, anywhere, click on anywhere, so that you can get out of this particular screen. Add invite is via screen, that will be removed. Okay, I'm clicking on the top. Now you can see there are a few options through which you can share meeting details. So I'm clicking on invite option over here, and I'm clicking on clip copy to clipboard. As I have copied it clip to clipboard, and I can share it to anyone in any group, whether it is via email or Gmail, or whether you can send it in WhatsApp or Telegram. Always you can invite your participants. If you want to delete this particular meeting, then you can always delete it also, you can see over here. And if you want to edit the details, then you can see always you can edit the details over here. Okay, diet, timing, whatever you want to edit, you can always edit over from here. So I'm not clicking on edit. I will share that particular meeting details to my students through WhatsApp. Now I am going to show you the next part. How can you start this meeting, particular state meeting? Now I am going to start this meeting and show you how to control the meeting over here. So if you want to start the meeting, then just simply click on meeting over here. I'm clicking on meeting. Now I'm going to start this particular meeting, grade 7 computer science. Start. I'm clicking on start button. That in it will not record. You can see over here the video has started automatically, but I have switched it off. Okay. Now I will show you few options from where you can change the settings. You can see over here more option is available there. I'm clicking on more option at the bottom corner, that is at the right bottom corner. It is available more option. I'm clicking on more option. Now you can see there is option of security over here. In this option you will have to just click this security option over here. I'm clicking on security option. Now you can see you can always lock a meeting. Lock means what? You can see those option. This option is by default off, but if you want to switch it on, then it is very handy. It is very handy. If you will put it on that lock meeting, then the students or the next participants that are going to join, they won't be able to join the meeting because you have locked the meeting, and after locking the meeting, no one would be able to join this particular meeting. Now, as while creating this class link, I have enabled waiting room there, so you can see it is available, it is there, waiting room. But during the class, you can change the settings always. Suppose you don't want a waiting room to be enabled, you want all the students to join directly in your class, then you can always disable it from here. So it depends upon you. Disable it means now the students would be able to join directly. Now the next one is what? Hide all profile pictures. If you will switch it on, then the profile picture of all the participants will be hidden. No one would be able to see the profile picture of others. So that also depends upon you. Now the next option is very important over here. You can see allow participants to. It's what you want to allow the participants to do in your class. If you want them that they can also share their screen, then you will have to switch on this option. But it is very risky, my dear teachers. If you will switch it on, they will start sharing their screen at the time. Now the next option is what you can see over here, chat. So let's click on the chat option. Means who can chat? If you will click on no one, then no one would be able to chat from anyone. If you will click on host and co-host, then only host and co-host can will be enabled to chat. If you will click on everyone, then everyone will be able to chat from each and everyone. So it is also very risky, my dears. So it is better to set it to host and co-host as a teacher point of view. Now start video. Video will be started. Allow participants to start video. It means they can start their video from themselves. If you will switch on the next option, rename option, then it means that they would be allowed to rename themselves also. So I am putting it on so that they can rename themselves. If you want to switch it off, then switch it off, and it is better that it should not be enabled. Now the participants can unmute themselves. Suppose you have asked them to mute all, then everyone will be muted. But if you will switch on this option, unmute option, then what will happen? All the students, they would be enabled so that they can unmute themselves anytime, and they can disturb your class as well, because they will unmute and they can play song, they can disturb you, so that might happen. So it is better to switch it off. Suppose you want to ask question from any student, then you can unmute that particular student, and then only that student would be able to speak in a meeting or in the class. So it again depends upon yours. Now you can see there are two more options over here. Remove participants. So you can always remove participant from here as well, who is disturbing the class or who should not be there. Suppose some might have joined with mistake, by mistake, then you can always remove those participants from here. Another is what? Suspend participant activities. You can always suspend those activities as well. If the participant is doing something mischievous, then you can suspend that one by clicking on this one, suspend, and as well as you can report it also to Zoom center, customer service center. So I'm just moving back. I'm just closing this one. Security options I have done with. So I'm just clicking close option over here. Now what else you can do over here? Now you can see I have the option of participants over here. So now I'm clicking on participants, and let us see what is there inside. Participants. I click on participants. You can see there are a few more options over here. You can see mute all option is there. Mute all. So you can mute all the participants at once. But there is a thing over there. Let me click on that fast. Mute all. You can see if I will click on mute all the students will be muted. And you can see there is an option over here that is quite handy over here. You can see this option. If I will enable this option, then what will happen? All the participants will be allowed to unmute themselves. They will be enable. Uh, they will be able to unmute themselves by themselves. If you will click on this option, if you will click on this option, if you will switch on this option, then all the participants to whom you have muted, they will unmute themselves. It will allow them to unmute. So it is not good, my dear teachers, for you. So don't switch it on, but always you can have a different thinking apart from my thinking. Now let us click on other options. There is option of invite over here. You can see during the meeting as well, you can invite others to join your meeting. Now let us click on this particular invite option. I've clicked on invite option. You can see different options are available. Copy invite link also available. You can copy the link and share with another group also so that they can also join the meeting. Now you can see option, one more option over here. There are three dots over here. You can see three dots available. Now let me click on those three dots. I'm clicking on, then you can see ask all to unmute. If you want all the class to start speaking, to discuss with you on something, then you can ask all of them to unmute. If I will click on this option, everyone will be asked. They will receive a message. Your students will receive a message that the teacher is asking to unmute. So they will unmute. So that is another option. Now let us click this close option from here. Let me see if there are some more options for you all. I'm clicking on close. Then I'm clicking on this here. You can see on zoom option. Zoom, there is a small arrow. You can see down arrow. You can see. Now I'm clicking on that one. I have clicked over this one. You can always take a screenshot from here and you can share it also to your other members so that they can join. There, your meeting ID, your name, your password will be visible over here. You can always check. Now I'm clicking on this option, share option. You can see share option over here. What is available there? Let us see. I have clicked on share option. You can see. So you can share, always share documents, photos from Google Drive, from document, from website also, from your bookmarks, from screenshot, from camera, or you can share your whiteboard as well. So there are many things, my dear teachers, that you can always share from here. Now let me show you few more things over here. I am clicking on the option participants now. Now see, that is, there are very various options over here. I'm clicking on participants. Now I'm clicking, oh, that we have done always. We have already done. It's okay. It's okay then. Then let us see for few more options are available. Yes, this is the option over here I was looking for. See this one, on more option there is more some more thing available. I have clicked on more option. Now you can see over here there is a meeting settings also. See, now I'm clicking on meeting settings. Now you can see over here. First is what meeting topic is showing. Mute upon entry means the students, as soon as they will enter your class, they will be muted by themselves. Automatically they will be muted. So I am just putting it on. This option is very good for me. This option. I want all the participants to be muted. Else they will join the class and they will say good morning, do good afternoon. So it depends upon you, my dear. So I'm switching on. Mute upon entry. Play, join, and leave sound. When they will join, when your participant will join, when your participant will leave, you will hear a sound. So if you will switch it on, you will hear the sound. Always show meeting controls. That is the next option over here, my dear. It will always show you the controls, all the options available so that you can control the meeting. Always show name when participant joins. You can this option is also very handy. You can see over here. It will always show participants when they will join. Next is was show non-video participant. It will show the participants whose video is not on. It will also show them also. And the last option is stop incoming video. It means that none of the participant can send you any video over here. So these are the options also meeting settings under meeting settings. Now you can see over here few options are available over here. These are the options. What are these? Let us see. This is basically for the participants. These options are basically for the participants. You can see the participants means your students can click on this yes option. So you can see if you want to conduct a question answer session or yes no answer questions answers, then always they can click on yes or they can click on no. See, if you ask them any question, they can reply in yes or no. Even you can see over here this one to it will ask you, the students can ask you that please teach us in a little bit slow mode. See, I will just click on this one, slow down. If the students will message you like this, slow down, it means that you are going very fast, then you will have to slow down your lecture. If the students click on this speed up, it means that you are going slow down. You are teaching them very slowly, then they can ask you for a speed up also. And the last one is what? I am away. If you are going somewhere, then you can also click on this one that I am going away for a few minutes so they can wait. Let us see few more options, my dear students, my dear colleagues. There are more options of uh, clapping the hands. You can see that they can clap. Even you can also, you can show thumbs up, and this you can see these are many options available here. You can see a lot of emojis are available. Always you can use like in WhatsApp or in other places you use. So I think that is all I have to tell you over here, how to control the meeting, how can you check out, how can you chat also. You can see click on chat. I'm clicking on this one. See, I'm clicking on this chat option. If you want to chat with your students, then you can click on chat and you can see send to everyone option is available. Means your chat, your question will be sent to everyone. Else, if you can want to select some particular participant, particular student, then you can click over here and select that particular student from here, and you can send your chat to that particular. Suppose you want to say hi to everyone, then it will be sent to everyone like this. So that is all, my dear teachers over here, my dear colleagues, my dear friends, in this particular video. Hope you will like the video and share it with others. If you are new to this channel, my YouTube channel, let's learn together, then please share it with others, subscribe the channel and like the video and share it with others. Thank you all. Bye bye. Take care. Good night.